Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of our world tour with Fixxitt. How's it going, man?
Hey, pretty good, pretty good. Welcome back to Port Bray and the Realm of Vasten, everybody. So, before we leave Port Bray, there's one thing that I didn't show, and I think it's worth showing. So, we have guilds that go across all the different cities, and all the different kingdoms and all the different houses. Basically, every season is under a different house. It's kind of like you watch Game of Thrones, right? I'm sure I've heard.
Sure.
You talk.
Absolutely.
So, there's like House Lannister and House Stark and all that stuff. We kind of took that model. So everything we built in season 1 is under House Donau. Season 2 was an independent kingdom. Season 3 is going to be under House Shannara. And there can be a whole bunch of kingdoms, but they all sort of bow to that banner, right? So guilds can go across all that. You can have a guild in any city and anything. Guildsmen have sort of free reign to go anywhere they want and work anywhere. I think that's probably not unlike the real world, maybe in some ways. So this is the Builders Guild, and this is the Master Builders Guild. The idea would be is whenever we start a new city, actually, before we do that, let me show you this other guild first. So the Adventurers Guild is first, and we won't do it, but it's a bar tavern, and it's the first thing we build in every city. And the Adventurers Guild is where like your D&D party would join up, right? Where you go to look for bounties and that kind of stuff.
Sure.
But if you're a builder or a YouTuber on the Realm, what you can do is you can go in here and you can hit spectator mode. Boom. You hit that button.
And then it'll poof you into spectator.
Right, exactly. Or adventure mode. One of my buddies has his son who's quite young play, and he wants them to not break the world. So when they play together, so he can come adventure mode for his son, it will be safe. Everything will be fine. It's great. And then if you want, the server forces you into survival, so you don't have to worry about. You can just log back, and I don't have to worry about OPing everyone who plays and all that kind of stuff and whatever. So
nice.
That's one of the guilds, and that's one of the first things that we build in every city. And the next thing we build is the Builders Guild in here, and that basically is the palette of the city. But this is the Master Builders Guild, and this is every block in the game, at least all the ones that I had access to. So if you come in here, you can check out the textures, which is awesome. Again, I want to say, I don't think I said in this video, or texture pack. It's a add-on to A Little Taste of Germ, which is a wonderful texture pack, and this is called A Little Taste of Vasten, which you can get in the description. Well, should they ask you where to get it?
In the description. Read, people.
In the description, right?
Exactly. I say it every video. I'm like, there's stuff in the description. I mean, what's the outro? Like, I'm out of time. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out. I say it every single video, and yet like almost every video, I get people asking questions where I'm like, read the description.
I totally understand that. Yeah, I totally get it.
It's like,
so this is.
I feel like a father who's like, do I need to repeat myself? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you got kids, right?
I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. I repeat myself as a profession.
Yeah. It's like, anyway, end rant again.
It's like a tradition now. It's the third episode and third time talking about the description. It's part of how we roll.
Exactly.
So this is so this is like this wood, this blue wood. This is a concrete. All of our concrete blocks are special, and we'll show them here in a little bit. But I wanted a place where when Germ does a new update, I can kind of stroll through here and see everything that's in the world and with lore and all that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
He does such a nice job on the texture pack and I like coming in here and just kind of getting inspiration, especially if I'm starting a new build. I'll come in here and it's like, oh, maybe this would go with that or this would go with that. And it's nice to get inspired with all the different block combinations,
Sure.
I lost you.
I'm exploring.
Okay, so then the second floor is all the different woods, which such a fine job. I gotta stop saying he does a good job. His head's gonna explode, but just nice shaded woods and it's cool art. Yeah. Especially Acacia is my favorite one that he did. I think the Acacia is so usable and nice.
Yeah, I like it.
Vanilla Acacia hurts a little bit.
It does. It's a really hideous orange color.
Yeah, it's tough to use. There's some blocks that are just tough to use. These are all the colors. This front row is the concrete blocks, and you can see all the sort of shingles, and a lot of them are Conquest inspired. If you ever play with that texture pack, but then Germ sort of did his own touch and a ton of alternates, so you can tile them perfectly, and they all look great. And all the glass and terracotta and wool, we went with basically vanilla, maybe a slight color change, but basically the vanilla texture, just so we have the solid blocks to build with if needed. The wool, which we talked about before, is a complete void block, which I can't recommend highly enough if you're doing a texture pack, because it lets you do some really fun magical things, having that access to that.
Makes sense.
See that round window? This is a cool one.
Round window. Oh, yeah, right here, the cyan stained glass.
Yeah, and like it perfectly with the white terracotta.
Nice.
Really nice job on that. Let's see. And then here is the fun stuff. Here is the stuff that I don't think I've seen anyone do, except for Germ, and I think it's really cool. Up one more floor is he has these blocks. These are the glazed terracotta blocks, and depending on which direction you face, you get a different block.
Gotcha.
Isn't that cool? Oh, I mean that one, but here, check like the brown one, which
Yep.
Oops.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. The kind of waddle and daub sort of. Yeah, that would be super, super useful.
This one I really like. This is all the same block, all these options, and it's just options. It's just options for building. And there's a few of the sort of standard glazed terracotta. So if you want that like 2x2 thing that they do, then you can have that. But if you want maybe thatch or crates or these roped log type of thing, or this is going to be probably in the next season where you use this white Tudor style sort of block here. Yeah, I just think it's such a good job on it. I love it so much.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it a lot. There's a lot of really good stuff here for sure.
Yeah, even the Conquest ones, because Conquest is 32-bit, and he did a nice job on editing them down so because what I did when I was doing it, I just like reduced it, and apparently I've been told that that's not how you do things. So
yeah,
you can I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I've done the same thing a little bit myself, where I'm like, I'm just gonna take this texture and make it smaller.
Yeah. But it works. So let's head out. So we're gonna see basically like that and 2 kingdoms this tour, and that should pretty much wrap up Vasten. We have I should say we have 25 kingdoms in this world. Some are very small. We're not gonna see obviously all of them, just kind of the good ones. This is I think you got me. You can do it next. This is Adgery, where we're headed to now, and it is the Arbour Druids kingdom, and it got broken in 113. Thank you. Let's see which way to go. This way. So this is our structure block kingdom. So whenever we want to build custom and things like that, I wanted to have a place where we could have all of our custom trees, where you could build it once in survival, real, and then you could cut and paste it with structure blocks. So this is that place. And we wrote some lore, so it's not just random. These people they were basically hermits. They lived just off by themselves. No one knew where they were. And then when the war found them, and this is they burnt down their world tree, I think I called it. When they burnt this down, then they decided to rejoin the world and replant the world. So back in the olden days, all the trees used to be big, giant, majestic custom trees, if you will. And then, over time, trees have sort of gotten smaller and shrunk and become these really crappy procedure-generated Minecraft trees that we have. So what they do, their mission in life is to go and replant the world and make these huge forests. So these forests aren't random. They're actually, they're being planted and sort of magically come. So these are kind of if you want to make a custom tree, you just come here and you make it, and then we save it as a custom structure block, and you can plant it wherever you want.
Gotcha.
In forests, I should say, not in like towns and stuff. In towns, you're on your own survival, but just if we're doing a group forest. So
yeah.
And the lore is the world tree got burnt down, so they planted a new after the over the sapling. So that's what this is, and the thing up above it in the sky is like the Arbour Druid nature spell thing that's making it grow to be so huge.
I see.
Yeah, and that's kind of I mean, there's some things I did a vault here, but it's not there's really nothing really to see here. This is really for the most part just about a place to house all the trees and things like that.
It's pretty cool though. Like it's a it's a clever way to kind of incorporate like the structure blocks and stuff into the world in a way that still like ties in without just being like, this is my cheaty area.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, it's like we say, like it's an excuse, right? It's an excuse to build something. So it's an excuse to have a new kingdom that if you just did a cheaty area, you wouldn't have that. So I like looking for those things. So we can take the boat, and then I think we have one more cool thing to experience, and it's where our mending villager is. And I think it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna, once we get there, which well actually Whoops. What am I doing? I'm placing blocks. Because I'm playing in F1 mode and I can't see anything. I'm clicking all the wrong things.
There we go. I have returned.
Okay. So let's take the boat back to spawn.
Oh, I just noticed the map. Oh, didn't even see the map before.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
It's only on one boat. I think it didn't get copied when we changed the boat. But yeah, let's go back to spawn and I'll show you. So we found this is an amazing luck, and it's amazing luck and it's amazingly bad luck at the exact same time. So wait, hold on, this isn't right. Sorry, wrong boat. This one over here.
That moment when you have a world so big that you don't even know how to get stuff like yourself.
Yeah, that happens a lot, especially when I'm riding the roads. I'll realize I just rode a lot or flew or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when we first started this, there was a village just north of spawn, and it had a mending villager in. Totally legit. Like we found it in the first like 6 episodes. It was amazing. It's just amazing luck. So we barricaded them off and didn't use them like for a long time, like a year and a half, you know. And then I thought, okay, it's time to do something. I want to do something with this mending villager that's not just barricade him in a house. You know, I want to do something that's cool. So we came up with this lore. This is the city of Tanis, which actually I should plug. It's a really, really cool podcast. If you ever listen to, it's a fictional podcast, but it's well done. And so I kind of named after that and took a couple of the ideas from that podcast and incorporated them here. So the idea is this was a town that overnight, one stormy night, up on this hill to the west of town, a cabin just like basically appeared on top of the hill. And then days after that, children started like disappearing, and there were, you know, so they built this hastily erected wall to try to fend off whatever was killing townspeople, and eventually, basically everyone just disappeared from this town. So it's an abandoned city, and if you follow this road, we're gonna go up the hill, and I'm just gonna let you lead the way, and sort of experience this for yourself.
Okay.
So this cabin just appeared out of nowhere. And you know, explorers come to try to figure out what the heck it is.
And presumably you just follow along the road, right?
Yeah, you just follow the road. Yeah, it's just up at the top of the hill there.
Okay.
Germ also did he did something else too, with, you know, the how we have the petrified oak slabs now,
Mm-hmm.
the access to rather, he made them dirt slabs, which is
incredibly intelligent. That's
Isn't that good?
Yeah. That's definitely something that I would love to see in survival, is like dirt slabs.
Yeah, well then I did it actually about an hour for dirt slabs. So for the custom recipe for that oak slab. Mm-hmm. So now you can just make it with 3 dirt. So yeah, just go on in, and it'll probably turn you into put you into adventure mode as you go in.
Oh, it does. You're right. I'm in F1 right now, so okay. 3rd room, B. Whoa. And then you have a massive, ridiculous hall.
Uh-huh.
That goes into things?
Yeah, so this is a maze. I'm just going to say, just stay out of the maze. It's really cool, but it's not great for YouTube. Just trust me, it's cool.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Yeah. So this hall shouldn't be in this cabin. Go and check it out.
Are you, is there like some cheaty teleportation stuff going on?
There might be.
Maybe. That would be my...
You'll find out as soon as you go through that door, actually. Okay. Because in 1.14, it should be seamless, but as of now, it's not.
Yep. Gotcha.
Yeah, but yeah, so it's basically one hallway that loops around is basically the idea. But each room is kind of its own cool thing. Oh, forgot about that guy there. Yeah.
I see.
So let me help you find the right door here.
Oh, there we go. Maybe.
Where are you? Oh, there
you are.
Okay. There's a bunch of stuff. Like there's in this, I tried to make this like a real magical place. Like this hall is big for that. So like if you go in here, so I wanted a place to get snow. legit, you know. And the problem is mob griefing, we have it turned off in this world.
Mhm.
So if you walk through here, it turns on mob griefing and puts you in survival, so you can harvest snow. And then when you walk back out again, it turns off mob griefing again and puts you back in adventure mode. The reason you're adventure mode is so you can't just break through a wall and figure out where you are. But where we are, just a look behind the velvet curtain here. We're underground, directly below the cabin.
Gotcha.
Which if you're ever doing the teleporting trick, underground is so you have to shoot this. There's a tripwire. That's the trick. Which I don't even have a bow, to be honest. But if you shoot it, then water comes out and you can swim across there. And there's a little thing. But
gotcha.
Try to make a little bit of a maze and just some interesting things where you can come in as a player, or if you get the world download, which may or may not happen in the future, then there's just going to be a lot of interesting stuff here, like stuff that shouldn't be here.
This is cool. Little
and
our underground arboretum roomy thing.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, just pumpkins in there. It's been so long, I forget. And then what I did, just to be a jerk, is I made a bunch of exact copies of the entry room. So it's really hard to find your way out, even for me. And I've done this a whole bunch of times. I lived down here for months when I was building this place, and I still don't really know where things are, to be honest. But I'll show you the way to them, I'll show you the right door. It's actually. I did a tour with a Mythical Sausage about 4 or 5 months ago or so, and he picked the exact right door first try.
Oh, nice.
Like, oh, what's this room? I just walked in and I was like, how'd you get the right room? You didn't see any of the cool stuff. You just walked in the right room. So this is actually the right room right here. And how are you at parkour?
I guess we'll find out.
If you fall, just pop into creative and just go over. I never make.
How good are we at parkour? That is the real question.
This isn't an especially hard parkour course, I've been told.
I was so close.
Yeah, you were close. You were really close.
If I had just timed that last one, I would have been fine. Oh well.
Yeah. So then all of a sudden you come in this room, and you are
in the end, essentially.
In the end. Yeah. Not the real end. Again, utilizing the black wool.
Yep.
Just to give the void look, and also this place is not lit up. So if we were in survival, this creeper blow me up almost every time I walk through that door. So don't go in the portal because you're in creative, so you'll phase in immediately. So I just did this just for us for today's purposes.
There you are.
I just cut in this just like a few minutes ago, just because if you're in creative, it immediately takes you to the nether, and we don't want to do that. So
gotcha.
So I'll go on through. I tried to replicate a bunch of the different biomes and things like that in this.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm assuming you jump into the lava.
Take a bath.
Aha. Okay.
Now you can kind of start to see your underground.
Yeah, more lava. We got chests with stuff. We got... Oh, here we go. There's a pathway leading out over here.
Yeah.
I see.
This was a super fun. This was... I mean, it was a little grindy still to do all the digging and stuff, but... Especially trying to come up with interesting things in all the different rooms and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go ahead and check out that cabin.
If I can find a door. Aha! Door! We've seen it. Okay. So, we got an empty cabin.
Take the pressure plate.
I see. Then it poofs you to another little walkway.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. And then, yeah.
And then, oh, there we go.
You did it. You found the mending villager.
That's quite the adventure.
I thought it was cool. So let me tell you a little funny story. So I built this whole thing about 1.5 years after starting the server. Double checked the mending villager. Everything's fine. He's in like a dirt square, up above the ground. I built this entire thing over the course of weeks, digging all this stuff out. Then literally the day I go to get the mending villager, I dug a path down here with a minecart and everything. He gets hit by lightning and turns into a witch. I mean, I could not believe it. I could not believe it. I was like, rarely do I have such anger that I rage quit, but that day, not only did I rage quit, I had to be restrained from throwing my computer out the window.
That's actually kind of hilarious. in a really like dark humor sort of way.
Yeah, it was unbelievably so again, I creative in this world, I completely am like full disclosure and everything. I don't, I completely cheated in a mending villager that day.
Quite possibly would have considered doing the same. Although actually, I think I have a couple of mending villagers now.
So I found a code online that will give you just the mending trade. So that's it. So I'm not real proud of myself, to be honest. But look, it was,
I don't blame you. I won't hold it against you in the slightest. Like if I put like days or months of my life into doing all this, and then have the villager just like get struck by lightning of all things.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Like it was real. I could not believe it. So anyway, I killed that witch with a vengeance. It's not this witch? It's not that witch. That witch is up there because just to sort of remind me of that awful day. And this is just any of these take you out.
Gotcha.
Back to the main floor. So I think that's pretty much all the big things, and we have a few little hamlets and stuff here around, but I think that's like really basically you've seen all the really big here. This is it finally. Oh yeah, the way out. I reversed the door because I could never find it. This is the way out.
Clever.
And it's pretty seamless. I should say a little tip: if you're ever doing things with the old command block TP command, if you do it in the same chunk, it's instant in 1.13. I hear in 1.14 it's gonna be instant no matter what, but
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, especially loading chunks. I don't really know how that's gonna.
Yeah,
how that's gonna go.
I know. But I guess we'll find out. That's fantastic, though. Thank you so much for having me. This was super inspirational. This was a lot of fun. So I think we'll probably wrap this up here. There's a ton of stuff left in this world that we didn't go look at. You said there's what, like 25 kingdoms?
Yeah, there's 25 kingdoms so far of various sizes.
So like there's a massive quantity of stuff here for you guys to like still see that you haven't seen. Is there a world download that is publicly available?
There was briefly, but I think I've decided to go in a different direction where I think I'm going to open up a public server that has a copy of this world. That way I can keep it updated a little bit more. Hopefully coming in December at some point of this year. So,
okay, but not as of the current time.
As of now, no, but in the coming week or so or weeks, there probably will be a server that you can just jump right on and check it out. And then I can just keep that rolling updated.
Do you think I could convince you to provide the viewers who are watching this video a way to download the world and play around with it?
I think that I could probably work that out.
I think we can
out for my good friends. Yeah, I can do that. Absolutely.
That way you guys can wander around and take some inspiration, and then if you want to hear about all the lore and all that kind of stuff, you'll just have to go and watch Fixxitt's videos and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I should say a sales pitch. I should say we're starting season 3 in December 1st. So if you're interested, if you're a YouTuber or a streamer or anything like that, and you want to come join us, it's basically it's Kingdom Craft rules, which is all the resources our community. You just come on and we work together and we build really cool stuff. So if you want to, you can find the video pinned in my channel is the sort of, hey, you want to join? Here's what we do. Video.
Cool. Well, there you go. Guys, that is going to do it for the two of us for this tour.
Wells, thank you so much. I should say, I don't want to interrupt your ending. I just got to say thank you so much.
This was awesome. I got a lot of really great ideas for myself just from doing this tour, and I'm sure there's a lot of super inspirational things here, and there's some people we kind of talked about it. I think it was in the last episode where the Minecraft building content creator community is fairly small. It's a lot smaller than people think it is.
Right, it's true.
But I think there's a couple of people within that community who really deserve a little bit more attention for their building abilities and their content creation than they get. And I think you're one of those. I think it's like you, Jancy, System Z, and there's Thwip. There's a ton.
Yeah,
there's a ton. So part of the reason that I'm kind of doing these tours to begin with is to kind of poke my audience a little bit and be like, hey, you like me because I build things in Minecraft. You should probably go look at these other people who also build really cool things in Minecraft too, because you'll probably like them.
Well, listen, I'm friends with a bunch of the sort of the small fry YouTubers, like saying before we're rolling, and we all consistently talk about just like that you're very helpful and open to the small guys and always promoting us and liking our videos and stuff like that, and it's noticed and appreciated, and thank you. You've been an inspiration of mine since I started watching you in Kingdom Craft and then Kingdoms after that, and it's been really fun.
Now I got the warm and fuzzies.
Yeah, see, that's what it's all about.
Anyway, mushy stuff aside, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video and for this for the Fixxitt's World Tour. We got other World Tour videos coming up with other wonderful content creators out there while I'm away on Thanksgiving travels, visiting family and stuff. My friends, if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the tours and all that kind of good stuff, you know what to do. Check out the description, read the description, #read the description. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.